Today I am going to teach you letter writing. In English too, you have grammar section and writing skill also. Now today's our topic is letter writing. Now do you know how many types are there? I think everybody knows that because from 5th standard you are learning how to write letter. It's a one kind of revision for you. Now there are two types of letter, informal letters and formal letter. Now today we are going to see informal letter. Now informal letter means what? The letter to whom we are writing, these persons are very close to us, or maybe we know the person very well. For example, parents, brothers, sisters, cousins, nieces, nephews, uncles, aunts, grandparents and friends, or maybe some acquaintances. Acquaintances means what? The person to whom you know, or maybe we knows them very well, like that. Such a letters are termed informal because the style and format are very casual. Now this letter having some kind of general format This format today we are going to see in the marking scheme of the informal letter. Now today I have some kind of format in front of me. See here, this kind of one page. You have to select the left side of the page, and that side you have to write the address. Whose address? Sender's address. Sender's address means what? The person who is writing a letter. That person's address, the sender's address. Now here one name is mentioned, that Vishal Bendre. Then you can write that some road address is there, apartment address is there, and then the city address or pin code, and then write date also. This address, sender's address carries half mark in your letter writing. Then salutation is there. Salutation means what? Salutation means that dear father, dear friend, it carries half marks. And then after writing salutation, here you can have to put the comma also. Then the main part of the letter, the body of the letter. Keep in mind, it's a very important part. It gives more mark to you. It carries 2.5 mark. But when you are writing body of the letter, it must be related to your subject. Whatever the subject mentioned in this question or maybe in your exam, you have to write the answer of that only. Okay, keep in mind, it's a very important part. You have to use the correct tense, sentence construction must be correct, like that you have to write. Now then I think many students having problem that how to close the letter, how to end the letter. It also important is the body of the letter. That closing line of the letter also important. Here are 2 lines. I am suggesting you learn that 2 lines. Now convey my regards to all at home. Reply to me as early as possible. Waiting for your reply. These lines you can learn. It's very important. These lines are called as the closing lines. Now downside you have to write that, see, left side you select for the sender's address. From that only you have to select that, and you have to write yours lovingly or your loving son, friend. Upside mention here Vishal Bendre, that's why the Vishal Bendre name is there. One more thing I have to suggest, if you want your name here, then address, or maybe you want to write XYZ, that also okay, and that only you have to mention downside. Now keep in mind, this letter is carried 5 marks in exam. It's very important that you have to write in a very correct language. Okay, good day. With this I am sending one pattern for that. Okay, one type of informal letter. Good day.